So divine feminine. And this could be for masculines too, but I feel like this affects the feminines a lot more. How long do you wait for your justice? How long do you wait? How long do you allow injustice to go on for? You're very patient. You're very kind. You're very understanding. Now, if you're not none of those things and you're like, no, I want my money right now. And you don't wait and you don't let people play in your face, and this might not be for you. This is more for those who are really almost laid back, I would say. But like not in a good way. Yeah, no, you kind of let things flow a little too long and you don't really step up and say, hey, the deadline is due, like we're past the deadline and you owe me. You owe me. And I don't think I'm really talking about contracts that are unsaid. I'm not really talking about relationships where it's like, oh, they owe me an apology. Maybe, like, you have to have discernment about if that relates to you and if you feel like they know what they did and I can't move on without an apology and they know it's on site the next time I see them. I mean, for some of you, it probably is still on site, but like that's a different type of contract where like somebody knows they kind of did bad and they kind of broke this unspoken contract and they did wrong or they owe you something and that's just not fair in the moral, ethical sense. That's different, but I think that still applies. It can apply where you can speak up and say, hey, you did me wrong. This is not right. I demand an apology. I demand child support. Who am I talking to? I need that today. And I don't want you to sit here and keep playing in my face and prolonging what you've been owed me a long time ago. So for some of you, that might be what we're talking about. That might resonate with you. Your justice is very much emotional justice, moral justice, things people do wrong when there's not really a real contract, but a contract from the heart. Okay, fair. But on the other side, there's this real practical justice that we're looking for or that we are asking for that we're not really demanding, such as money and contracts and workplaces. And let's say you have done some work for somebody and you got paid half of it, but the rest of the payment is due and you've completed the job a long time ago. Hey, knock, email, where's my money at? And here's the thing, and this is why I feel like this is more towards the divine feminine, because there's so much gaslighting and, oh, you're bitter and why are you so angry when we step up for ourselves and say, you owe me this. Where's the rest of it? Not even like you owe me. Oh, you owe me. Not that. It's literally like you owe me. It's on paper. Here's the invoice. Here's the agreement. Here's the contract that was signed. But as soon as I speak up and say you're failing at your contract, where's this, that, and the third in a very strict and firm fashion, suddenly, oh, they're angry. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it's because they're used to you being nice and letting things slide. But usually it's just because that's just how people be. I don't know. It's not about them right now. This is about us. This is about you. And I feel like the message is we need to, and I am saying we because this is something I'm experiencing right now, which is why it's a message. We need to let go of whatever negative shame or guilt that we may feel for stepping up or speaking up, right? For sending that email and saying very bluntly, hey, I need XYZ by tomorrow. It's been long enough. It should have been here. Where's it at? Ooh, I just got a thought of like maybe somebody's supposed to be sending you something over the mail or like I still don't see it. Did you send it? And they're like, oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. And they keep forgetting. Yeah, you keep forgetting. Like we either need to figure out a different way. Maybe you let this slide one more time and the next time it's like, I'm not doing business with you. Even though they so-called love your work and love your business, like, I don't care. You showed me time and time again that you don't fulfill your side of the contract. And so this feels like very much stepping into more of a masculine energy and putting your foot down and saying, and it's not even like put my foot down because you did me, because for that reason, it's this is owed to you. And this could go metaphorical. This can go spiritual. This can go, hey, God, hey, universe, this is owed to me. Where is it at? And really coming just like that. I had a message probably about a month ago now, kind of similar to that. Like, I'm not sitting here only going to wait for you all day. It's that same type of vibe. And having the audacity to speak up, whether that is to your spirit team and say, hey, what are we waiting on? I'm tired of us, playing around. You owe me this. I deserve this. I put in the work. Where is it at? You see how I'm even getting my energies already shifting, like, and it can feel very much like you got an attitude, but no, that's not what this is. This is you understanding your value, stepping into that power, and making sure everybody else knows, don't play with you. Where is what I'm due? Where is my justice? Where is my just due? Whether it's money, whether it's something, I did my part. Where's your part? Whether that's an apology in a relationship, it could be whatever. Whether it's, whatever. Only you would know. But whatever it is, we're being asked to not let things slide when you know that you deserve something, you're owed something, you put in the work, and now, like, where's my reciprocity? Whether, hopefully that's something that's already been established. You're not going to sit back and just be like, oh, okay, well, I guess they don't have it. Oh, okay, well, I understand. Now, listen, be discerning, because if you know somebody really don't have it and they really have a good heart, then okay. Okay, cool. Because like I say, you don't need it, but it's due to you. So it's not about need versus want, it's what's due. And so this is very black and white. This is not very emotional, but if you still see somebody truly doesn't have it, they really truly cannot fulfill their end of it, okay, you would know. But if you know they can and they've just been holding back or holding off or playing or forgetting, I'm going to pull up on you and I'm going to get what I deserve. I'm seeing, going back to the relationship stuff, it seems like, how you have an ex that just did you so wrong. And I know y'all know we all got one, right? And it's like, they know they done wrong. And if, let's say you see them in a store and they start running and hiding, they know they did wrong, but you're like, and if I see you, it's on sight. But they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so anxious. I don't know where I was going with that. That just came up in my mind. You're not in the position to where you should be feeling scared and anxious. And I think that's a thing I think we're kind of taking on their anxiety, because people know when they do you wrong. People know if they're holding back their money or they're not paying you. They know. And so I feel like we could take on some of that, I don't know if it's fear or guilt or whatever. It's like, why am I feeling nervous for speaking up and saying, hey? And so if you're feeling a little bit of tension and you're letting that tension keep you from speaking up, please understand that's not your tension. That's not your emotion. That's theirs. Or you shouldn't carry that. You shouldn't go around feeling like, oh, even though they done me wrong, even though they didn't fulfill their side of the contract, I know I'm supposed to speak up. I lost my train of thought. But if you are feeling nervous, anxious about pulling up, about sending the email, you don't have anything to be anxious or nervous about. The only reason why you might be feeling that way is because you don't want to come across as angry, as rude, as bitter, as whatever, but you know good and well you deserve to be in that energy. So if you do come across angry, you deserve to be angry. Now, I know you're not going to come across angry because you're a divine feminine who's very healed. So you're still going to come very kind, very gentle, very correct. But also you're not going to be like, oh, no, it was fine. Don't do that because it wasn't fine. Don't let people think what they did was fine. But you can keep it real short. You can say, yeah, and I'll be coming to pick this up tomorrow. Thank you. Don't take on those feelings of, oh, but what if they think I'm bitter and I'm mean now just because I, put my foot down and I demanded what was owed to me. I'm going to have to pause right there because you can't just say, oh, yeah, don't feel like that. It might take a little bit to get used to, because I'm like, I don't know. I can't just say, oh, don't feel like that, and just, oh, I don't feel like that. There still might be some tension there, but please understand, you might be picking up on their energy, because they're the ones who know they did wrong. They're the ones that are carrying the anxiety. They're the ones who's carrying the scaredness whenever they see you and it's on sight, and they know they need to run. That's their feelings. You shouldn't be feeling like that. They're gonna be put on in the hot seat. You're not in the hot seat, even if you do come across a little bit angry. Sometimes they need to see that part of you so they don't play with you again. This feels very much like Empress. I don't play with the Queen of Swords energy, with the Swords energy, right? Like, oh, you can't be cups love all the time. You can't be that understanding all the time. Sometimes it's put my foot down, especially when it comes to you and what you're owed. Now, be discerning. Always have your grace. Carry it well. I know you will. But also, if you need to like wild out for half a second, you go ahead and do that. You go ahead and do that. Because fair is fair. And maybe sometimes I feel like God's almost waiting on you to step up and like speak up for yourself. So they could be like, oh yeah, that's my girl. She finally spoke up. That's my girl. She finally pulled up to the scene and let them know not to mess with her. You're going to be protected no matter what. I just got to say that. And I say that a lot. You're going to be protected no matter what. Whatever comes about of the situation. Maybe you got to take somebody to court. Ooh, I don't have much experience with that, but. And they might be like, oh, you didn't have to take it that far. You didn't have to take it that far. Yes, I obviously did. Because I gave you chance after chance after chance. And like, you'll be protected in you stepping into your authority. You'll be protected in you speaking up for yourself. You'll be protected in you demanding what's due to you. Maybe God's allowing them to play with you because you're too busy being passive all the time. I'm gonna show you. Look, that's. Look, I'm talking to y'all like I talk to myself because I need to hear it. That's why I'm like, yikes. Maybe these situations are occurring where, you know, I'm not being taken seriously and I'm not getting, you know, what I'm owed because I keep allowing these situations to fester, and I keep being so understanding and, oh, you know, I don't need it. It can wait. And, you know, oh, I did it because I love it. And you don't have to pay me back no time soon. It's like, God's like, no, sweetie baby, not my child. You don't deserve that. You deserve what you put in on a very practical level. On a very practical level. And don't be afraid to be firm and speak up and say, hey, per the contract, do I need to pull out the numbers? Ooh, waiting on you to speak up. All right, let me see what else I wrote down. Yeah, so you shouldn't. These are about your standards, right? Not how much are we allowing people to play with us, as far as like not fulfilling their contract, not fulfilling their side of what needs to be done. Are you letting them slide? Are you letting things go on for way too long without getting your just due? Don't feel bad for following through with your expectations. I said fair is fair. Time for retribution. Why'd I say it like that? Time for retribution. So, how long do you wait for justice? I'm gonna leave it right there. Is it, oh, y'all I'll give it a couple more weeks. It's cool. And you really truly have to be in your heart and know, like, is it really cool? It might be really cool. It might actually be cool. Like, okay, no, it's cool. Like, I'm not desperate for it. I don't need it. It's cool. But then it starts to be like, okay, 2 weeks turn into 2 months. It's like, okay. And you know they got it. And you know they're just trying to get one over on you. Okay, now it's not cool. Okay, so now that we know it's not cool, what we're about to do. And how are we going to moving forward? I know one thing. I'm protected. They better watch their back. They going to feel the wrath, that's for sure. Ooh-wee. But it's more of an energetic, because like I said, I feel like you're still going to pull up or however you're going to do this, however this exchange is about to go, it's still going to be very tactful. And that's the thing that's going to get them all up in their heads, because they're expecting you, because they already know they deserve for you to open up a can of whoop butt. They know that. They know that's what they deserve. But it's going to almost confuse them when you're like, still smiles and like, hi, I'm just coming to get this thing. I'm just coming to, can we go ahead and cut the check? I'll be there tomorrow. Oh, that's going to be so confusing. Evil laugh, right? Oh, they already know to watch out. And I feel like some of you, I feel like I'm not going to say you're feeling it, but I'm feeling how they feel when they see you next. The next time they see you, if this is your ex in the doggone mall, in the doggone store, I feel like I'm feeling their anxiety when they see you. Woo-wee, like, oh, shoot. I know I did that girl wrong. Oh my God, I could hide. I'm feeling it in my chest. It's like, oh my gosh, because there's no reason you should be feeling that way. There's no reason why they did you wrong and you see them and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I don't stop that. No. I can see y'all now. Hi, it's funny seeing you here. How's it going? Oh, they're gonna be sweating bullets. Oh, they're gonna be, and they know. It's because they know they did wrong. They know they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't do right by you. Well, this kind of took a left turn. For some of y'all, that's a part of it. I know we've had experiences where somebody just has not stepped up to the plate, had that closure. That could apply there too. And you let it slide for years. And with that, you might be truly like, okay, it's cool. But when the next time I see you, the next time God orchestrates this, and then we come in contact with each other, it's on sight. And what's going to be crazy is I'm not even going to get bucky with you. I'm just going to smile and be like, very tactful, very, very, very classy, very demure. You're very classy, very demure. But that's going to trip them up even more. And that's the funny part of this whole thing. This feels like people not necessarily heavily business or corporate where you have no choice but to be classy and demure. This is feeling like, I did a favor for you. We know of each other. There's no reason why the contract shouldn't have been fulfilled. Like, we came to an agreement, and yet here we are. But if this is more corporate and if this is more like up there, woo-wee. This does feel like, well, hey, I'm a sue. You're not in the wrong for taking action. I promise you're not. If they push you that far and they thought they can get away with it, sometimes you got to take extreme measures, even though it's not an extreme measure. See, even me saying that makes it feel like, because it's so, like, I don't want to have to do that. It can even feel extreme to you. So that's why maybe that's where some of the anxiety is coming from, where, dang, I shouldn't have to do all that. I don't want to have to go up in there and be firm. I don't want to have to say, oh, I'm taking you to court. Like, I don't want to have to do that. That's very uncomfortable. That seems very unnecessary. But if that's the way that you get your justice, you'll be protected. Shoot. This gave me a lot to think about. Woo-wee. Golly. Anyways, I'm going to leave it right there. We might go deeper into this over on my Buy Me a Coffee page. So that link will be in the description, and I think I'll pin it in the comments. So it should be there. We're going to go a little bit deeper into, I suppose, like where this originates from. Just a little bit of a deeper dive into our own psyche and spirituality, about why we don't speak up for ourselves any sooner than we do. Why is it such a struggle for us to demand our respect, take what's owed to us? Where does that come from, and why? Oh Lord, yeah, we want to deep dive into that. So join me over there if you're interested. I will wrap it up right there. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.